As a distant planet was destroyed by old age, a scientist placed his infant son within a hastily devised spaceship, launching it toward Earth. When the vehicle landed on Earth, a passing motorist, discovering the sleeping babe within, turned the child over to an orphanage. Attendants, unaware the child's physical structure was millions of years advanced of their own, were astounded at his feats of strength. When maturity was reached, he discovered he could easily leap the length of a mile, hurdle a 20-story building, raise tremendous weights, run faster than an express train, and that nothing less than a bursting shell could penetrate his skin. Early, Clark decided he must turn his titanic strength into channels that would benefit mankind. And so was created Superman, champion of the oppressed, the physical marvel who had sworn to devote his existence to helping those in need. Kent had come from a planet whose inhabitants' physical structure was millions of years advanced of our own. Upon reaching maturity, the people of his race became gifted with titanic strength. Incredible? No. For even today, on our world, exist creatures with super strength. The lowly ant can support weights hundreds of times its own. The grasshopper leaps what to man would be the space of several city blocks. A tireless figure races through the night. Seconds count. Delay means forfeit of an innocent life. The governor's estate finally is reached.
Make yourself comfortable. I haven't time to attend to it.
What do you mean by knocking this hour of the night?
I must see the governor. It's a matter of life and death.
See him in the morning.
I'll see him now.
This is illegal entry. I'll have you arrested.
Answer my question. Are you going to take me to the governor?
No, I won't!
Then I'll take you to him.
Help! Help!
Yes, this is the governor's sleeping room. Don't think you're going to get away with this outrage.
It's locked.
Yes, and made of steel. Try and knock this door down.
It was your idea.
What's the meaning of this?
Evelyn Curry is to be electrocuted in 15 minutes for murder. I have proof here of her innocence, a signed confession.
Believing the governor menaced by a madman, the butler produces a concealed weapon.
Reach for the ceiling, quick!
Put that toy away.
I warn you. Take another step and I shoot.
The bullet ricochets off Superman's tough skin.
This is no time for horseplay. Don't you realize I've proof she's innocent, and you alone can save her?
Let me see those papers. Hurry, connect me with the penitentiary.
Stop! The governor has pardoned her.
Thank God! I told you I was innocent.
He's gone. Disappeared.
Yes, but here's a note he left, sir. You'll find the real murderess bound and delivered on the lawn of your estate.
Next morning, as Kent leaves for the newspaper upon which he works as a reporter,
Have you heard? The Curry girl is innocent.
Let's see the paper. Good, I'm not mentioned.
Miles away, in the governor's private chamber.
Gentlemen, I still can't believe my senses. He's not human. Thank heaven he's apparently on the side of law and order.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, be seated. Did you ever hear of Superman?
What?
Reports have been streaming in that a fellow with gigantic strength named Superman actually exists. I'm making it your steady assignment to cover these reports. Think you can handle it, Kent?
Listen, Chief, if I can't find out anything about this Superman, no one can.
Hurry, Kent. A phone tip wife beating at 211 Court Avenue.
I'm on my way.
Hold it.
What do you want?
Don't get tough. Tough is putting mildly the treatment you're going to get. You're a woman now.
You asked for it.
With a sharp snap, the blade breaks upon Superman's tough skin.
And now you're going to get a lesson you'll never forget. Fainted.
Hearing police sirens, Superman hurriedly dons street clothes over his uniform.
It would be just too bad if they searched me.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Captain. I arrived to find the place like this. Looks as though our friend Superman had dropped in to pay a visit. What do you say to a date tonight, Lois?
I suppose I'll give you a break. For a change.
Why is it you always avoid me at the office?
Please, Clark. I've been scribbling sob stories all day long. Don't ask me to dish out another.
Nice looking dame there, eh? Guess I'll cut in.
Wait, Butch. Suppose her escort don't like it.
So what? If he gets nasty, I'll push his face in. This is going to be good. I said run along, I'm cutting in.
But this is not a robber's dance.
Trying to get flipped? Move quick if you know what's good for you.
Clark, are you going to stand for this?
Reluctantly, Kent adheres to his role of a weakling.
Be reasonable, Lois. Dance with the fellow and then we'll leave right away.
You can stay and dance with him if you wish, but I'm leaving now.
Yeah, you'll dance with me and like it.
Why, you...
Good for you, Lois.
What the fuck?
Lois, don't.
Fight, you weak-livered polecat.
Really? I have no desire to do so. Wait, Lois. But Lois...
You asked me earlier in the evening why I avoid you. I'll tell you why now. Because you're a spineless, unbearable coward.
Let's get out of here. I'll show that skirt she can't make a fool out of Butch Matson.
A hidden figure observes Butch and his fellow hoodlums leave the roadhouse. Butch forces Lois's taxi into a ditch.
Pull over there.
Let me go!
Get in that car and shut up. What burns me up is that I let her yellow boyfriend off so easy.
Well, maybe you two may meet again.
Then I hope it'll be soon.
Hey, watch out! Someone's standing in the road ahead of us.
Haha, watch me scare him out of his wits.
Look out! You'll hit him!
Superman hurdles the oncoming auto.
Butch, step on the gas! He's chasing after us!
It's the devil himself.
Butch's car leaps forward like a released rocket, but is easily overtaken by Superman.
Oh, shit.
The occupants of the car are shaken out, and the car itself smashed to bits. Next, Superman overtakes Butch in one spring.
Just a minute, Butch. Do you mind? This will take but a few seconds.
Get me off of here.
Okay, I'll cut you loose. Don't! You needn't be afraid of me. I won't harm you.
Bearing Lois in his arms, Superman heads towards the city, depositing her upon its outskirts.
I'd advise you not to print this little episode.
But I tell you, I saw Superman last night.
Are you sure it wasn't pink elephants you saw?
Lois treats Clark colder than ever.
I'm sorry about last night. Please don't be angry with me.
Kent, the front page is getting so dull I've even got to headline card games. There's a war going on in a small South American republic, San Monte, and to stir up news, I'm sending you down there as correspondent. Take along a camera and try to send back some good shots with your articles.
Kent takes a train, not towards San Monte, but to Washington, D.C. In the capital city, he attends a session of Congress, sitting in the gallery.
Is that Senator Barrows speaking?
Yes.
Upon leaving the Senate chambers, Clark snaps a picture of a furtive man speaking swiftly to Senator Barrows.
When can I see you?
I told you never to speak to me in public.
My home. Tonight at 8:30.
At the morgue of a local newspaper.
Who's the chap speaking to Senator Barrows?
Why, that's Alex Gear, the slickest lobbyist in Washington. No one knows what interest is back him.
8:30 p.m. outside Senator Barrows' residence. An eavesdropper listens in on an interesting conversation.
I've told you to avoid me in public. What would people think if they knew I had anything to do with you?
Quit sputtering. I had to see you. Tell me, do you think you'll succeed in pushing the bill through?
There's no doubt about it. The bill will be passed before its full implications are realized. Before any remedial steps can be taken, our country will be embroiled with Europe.
Fine. We'll take care of you financially for this.
I suppose you're going to be well taken care of yourself?
You bet he will. Who is behind you in corrupting Senator Barrows?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you're one of these silent men, eh? We'll see whether you'll talk.
Let go of my hand.
Your foot will do just as well.
Stop. We'll be electrocuted.
No, we won't. Birds sit on telephone wires and they aren't electrocuted. No, unless they touch a telephone pole and are grounded.
Oops, almost touched that pole.
Look, the Capitol. Let's pay a visit.
Take me down! Take me down!
What a magnificent view.
Help!
I wonder if we could jump all the way to that building.
No, don't.
Despite Greer's frenzied protest, Superman leaps out into the night.
Missed. Doggone it.
As they topple like a plummet to the street below, 80 stories distant, Greer shrieks insanely the entire length of the building. As the sidewalk, it burst into fragments.
Say, wasn't that fun? Let's do it again.
No, I'll talk. The man behind the threatening war is Emile Norvell, the munitions magnate. You'll find him at his Lexington Park estate.
Having secured the information he desires, Superman takes abrupt leave of Greer, springs to the top of the Washington Monument, gets his bearings, then begins his dash toward Norvell's residence.
I can't explain over the phone, Norvell, but you're about to receive a visit from the most dangerous man alive.
Don't worry, Greer. I'll take certain precautions to ensure he doesn't remain alive long.
5 minutes elapse. Then, Superman steps through the window of Emile Norvell's study and calmly confronts him.
Whether you like it or not, Norvell, you're coming with me.
Sorry, but I have other plans.
As he speaks, the munitions manufacturer surreptitiously reaches behind him to press a button on his desk.
What are you holding behind you? Give it to me.
All right, boys. He asked for it. Let him have it.
Several panels about the room slide aside, and out step a number of armed guards. Next moment, Superman is the center of a deafening machine gun barrage. Unharmed by the rain of machine gun bullets, Superman streaks toward his would-be murderers.
Good heavens. He won't die.
Glad I can't say the same for you.
A moment later, a dozen bodies fly headlong out the window into the night, the machine guns wrapped firmly about their necks.
You see how effortlessly I crushed this bar of iron in my hand. That bar could just as easily be your neck. Now, for the last time, are you coming with me?
Yes, immediately.
You see that steamer? It's the Baranta. Tomorrow it leaves for San Monte. Unless I find you aboard it when it sails, I swear I'll follow you to whatever hole you hide in and tear out your cruel heart with my bare hands.
I'll be on it.
Next day, an odd variety of passengers board the San Monte-bound steamer Baranta. Clark Kent and Lois Lane.
Lois? Why, what are you doing here?
Our editor decided to have me accompany you to the war zone and send back dispatches colored with my distinctive feminine touch.
A group of sullen-faced toughs who possibly intend to enlist with one of the armies as paid mercenaries. Lola Cortez, woman of mystery, an exotic beauty who fairly radiates danger and intrigue. And Emile Norvell, who hurries past you faced up the gangplank and quickly confines himself to his cabin. Half an hour later, the Baronta hoists its anchor and slips out to sea, destined for one of the strangest voyages the world has ever known. It's the first night out. As Norvell nervously paces his cabin, there comes a knock at the door. He answers it.
You! Yes, I thought I'd drop by and compliment you on having had sense enough to show up.
That's him. Remember, if he dies, your reward will be fabulous.
He's as good as dead right now.
As Superman stands silently at the ship's rail, admiring the moonlight, he whirls suddenly at the sound of footsteps.
All together now. Get him!
For an instant, Superman braces himself against the rail. And in that second, it gives way. He is flung, twisting and turning, into the ocean. The thugs report back to Norvell.
It was simple. A little shove and he toppled overboard. Now how about that dough you promised us?
You'll get nothing. Get out of here, you trusting fools, and be glad I don't turn you over to the police.
Meanwhile, at that very instant, Superman, swimming vigorously, had caught up with the streamer. But instead of climbing aboard, he continues onward until the Baronta is outdistanced far behind.
See you later.
Next evening, a few minutes after the steamer lands, Norvell is attacked by his double-crossed henchman. Norvell is saved by the timely appearance of Superman.
Holy cats, it's him!
Right, and here's where I even a little score.
Superman subjects the toughs to the severest thrashing of their lives.
You saved me, but why?
Because the fate you escaped is pleasant indeed, compared to the one I have in store for you.
What are you going to do to me?
Nothing, if you join the San Monte army.
If I could only do something. But it's suicide to resist that inhuman creature. I know what I'll do. I'll enlist in the army, then escape at the first opportunity.
You? Yes, I joined too. I couldn't bear being parted from you.
Orders from headquarters. Sir, we're to move to the front.
The new detachment moves in toward the battle line.
What are you trying to do? Kill us both?
You'll see. What I can't understand is why you manufacture munitions when it means that thousands will die horribly.
Men are cheap. Munitions expensive.
At that instant, a shell whines overhead, then bursts. The column of soldiers drops flat to escape flying fragments.
This is no place for a sane man. I'll die.
I see. When it's your own life that's at stake, it changes.
Shortly after, the company pitches camp, retires. Sentries are puzzled by a dark shadow.
What was that?
Probably just a bird.
But in reality, it is Superman speeding to a strange rendezvous.
But the question, General, is how strong are our lines?
Impenetrable.
At that instant, a figure burst into the tent.
Smile, please. Thanks.
Gone. But he won't escape.
Guards! Later that evening, Clark Kent mails a package.
Where to? The Evening News, Cleveland, Ohio.
The Evening News prints a picture scoop. Meanwhile, Lois Lane and Lola Cortez have registered at the same hotel.
I'm a reporter down here on a news assignment, and you?
A wealthy traveler.
At that instant, army officers enter the hotel.
What's the trouble?
Official business.
Suddenly panicky, Lola darts into an elevator and hides a certain document in Lois's room.
An important document has been stolen. May we search the guests' rooms?
You have my permission.
Sorry, madam.
I told you that you were wasting time searching my room.
The planted document is discovered in Lois's room.
Sorry. We must place you under military arrest.
But I know nothing of this.
It is the judgment of this court that you shall be executed at dawn for espionage.
But I'm innocent.
Kent, in his disguise as a soldier, overhears an astounding bit of information.
Have you heard? Lois Lane, a spy, is to be executed this morning.
Yes, and exactly at dawn.
At that very moment, Lois is being led out to her death.
I tell you, you're going to kill an innocent person.
Almost faster than the eye can follow, a fantastic figure streaks past, mile after mile.
Ready. Aim. Fire.
Down, down, into the range of fire plummets Superman. Covering Lois's body with his own, he receives the shots meant for her.
Shoot and be hanged.
Stop.
You can't do this. It's impossible. Thanks for letting me know.
Superman.
Right, and still playing the role of gallant rescuer.
What manner of being are you?
Save the questions.
Finally, Superman drops toward the ground into the midst of a torturer's inquisition.
You'll tell me how many men there are in your detachment, or...
Let me go! What are you going to do?
Give you the fate you deserve, you torturing devil.
For an instant, Superman poises the torturer overhead, then tosses him away as though he were hurling a javelin. The torturer vanishes from view behind a grove of distant trees with a pitiful wail. Superman unties the torturer's captive's bonds.
You're free to flee. Good luck.
We owe our lives to you.
Later, after deposing Lois near the Baronta, Superman advises her to return to America.
But when will I see you again?
Who knows? Perhaps tomorrow, perhaps never. And now to attend to Norvell.
But when Superman returns to his detachment, he finds anti-aircraft guns booming. The camp is being mercilessly riddled by a bloodthirsty aviator.
Die like crawling ants.
Superman leaps to the attack. For the first time in all history, a man battles an airplane single-handed. The plane zooms towards Superman's figure, guns blazing, into a head-on crash. Its propeller shattered upon Superman's skin. The airplane falls to its doom. Norvell had witnessed the crash.
Good. That finishes my nemesis.
But next instant...
Hello. Surprised? Superman. Still alive. Let me return to the U.S. I've grown to hate war.
Okay, but you've got to quit manufacturing munitions.
Norvell hurries aboard the Baronta for the return trip.
From now on, the most dangerous thing I'll manufacture will be a firecracker.
That about clears up things. Now just one more maneuver, and my mission here will be finished.
Shortly later, Superman emerges from a tent with the Army's commander under his arm. Later, he also kidnaps the head of the opposing army.
What do you want with us?
I've decided to end this war by having you two fight it out between yourselves.
But we...
Go ahead, fight, or I'll clean up on both of you myself.
But why should we fight?
We're not angry at each other.
Then why are your armies battling?
I don't know. Can you tell me?
No. Can you?
Gentlemen, it's obvious you've been fighting only to promote the sale of munitions. Why not shake hands and make up?
And so, due to the conciliatory efforts of Superman, the war is halted. when Kent reports back to his editor.
Since you've been gone, there's been no Superman news. Maybe he's retired for good.
Somehow, Chief, I've a hunch he'll make his appearance again. Soon.
And so begins the startling adventures of the most sensational strip character of all time, Superman!